Okay, so OnePlus Nord 6 received an amazing update, guys. Though it's not OxygenOS 16.1, but performance after this latest update, my Nord 6 is performing really well. So I've already updated and I've also tested the device. So here you can see this was the latest update, which is based on 6.0.5. Previously also it was 6.0.5, but if you take a look at the actual version, that's been changed to 0.901. Update size was somewhere around 1.2 GB, and I'm not exactly sure about the previous build. I mean the security patch, whether it was April or May. Just let me know in the comment section below if it was May. So if you guys haven't received the OT update, you guys can go to the software update section and check on the beta program. So I received this update on my OnePlus Nord 6. I've already updated and I've tested the performance part compared with the previous build, and actually I noticed a lot of improvements here. But before talking about everything, guys, if you find the content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribe. So first let's talk about the performance part itself. On this latest build with the Geekbenchmark application, scores were 2073 in single core, 6405 in multi-core. Previously with single core, scores were 2075 and multi-core scores were 6420. Here you don't see much of difference, but while talking about the Antutu benchmark scores, this time the device have scored 23,77,000. Previously Nord 6 had only scored 17,65,000. So here there is a huge gap. On this latest build in Wildlife Extreme Testers, stability scores are 59.4. Previously the scores were 52.9%. In terms of CPU throttling, maximum CPU on the previous build throttled was 64% and the average GIPs were 3,86,000. On this latest build, you can see average GIPs are 4,63,000 and maximum CPU throttle 66%. So with the benchmark, we clearly notice improvements. And when we tested BGMI, I played a TDM and a full match wherein the average FPS was 164 frames and we noticed maximum temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. Even during intense gameplay, the FPS stayed super consistent, no noticeable throttling, no lag spikes, and trust me, on this current build, I've seen the smoothest BGMI experience on OnePlus Nord 6. If you're a gamer, it's a good to go update. A quick break, TechieBee family. Ever faced a situation where your car or bike simply refuse to start because of a weak battery? Well, this smart gadget might actually save you a lot of money and headaches. This is Agaro's CBC1144 smart battery charger. It's a 12 volt 5 ampere fully automatic charger designed for cars, bikes, scooter, SUVs and other lead acid batteries. The design looks compact and premium. You get a digital LCD display right in the center. It can also show you battery voltage, charging current, temperature and charging status in the real time. Setting up is super simple. Just connect the red clamp to the positive terminal and black clamp to the negative terminal and plug it into the power source. The charger automatically detects the battery condition and starts charging intelligently. And once the battery is fully charged, it automatically stops charging to prevent overheating. One thing I liked here is the built-in safety protection. You get reverse polarity protection, overheat protection, spark-free connection and overcharge protection, making it safe for beginners. Another interesting feature is this pulse repair technology. This feature helps improve charging efficiency and even helps restore a weak or unused battery by reducing sulfation. Now keep in mind, this charger is not meant for completely dead batteries and it also does not support lithium-ion batteries. It's specially made for AGM, GEL, wet, calcium and other lead acid batteries. This can be really useful if your vehicle stays parked for a long period or if your battery drains frequently. Instead of replacing the battery early, you can maintain it properly at home. Overall, for this price, the Agaro CBC1144 feels like a practical and useful gadget for anyone who owns a car or bike. Purchase links are given in the description below. Now let's get back to the video. But when it comes to changelogs, guys, we did not see much of changes here. They did mention about the performance improvement. That's the reason we have performed the performance test. Other than that, there are only 2 add-ons. Also about the camera improvements, I forgot to take a screenshot of the previous build. This is the latest build, which is 6.106.863. If you guys haven't updated your device, let me know in the comment section below so that if there are any changes in the version, in our in-depth review, we can also cover the camera portion. So let me know in the comment section below. So the first change is now they have added motion cues, and this can be found inside the settings, accessibility and convenience. If you scroll down on the top itself, you'll get this feature called motion cues. So basically it's for people who have motion sickness and they struggle while sitting inside the vehicle. You can take a look at the preview. Once you enable this feature, you will see the dots towards the corner and the description says dots move forward or backward in response to vehicle's acceleration or deceleration. So depending on the vehicle movement, these dots will move, and they also move left or right in response to vehicle's turn. And because of this, you won't feel motion sickness. After that, they have added an app lock tile to the quick settings for greater convenience. So let's open up the quick setting tiles. Tapping on edit, tap on plus icon. So here we have that particular tile. If I place it over here, now if I tap on it, the app lock feature will open up if you have enabled it. I'll enter the password. Once done, you can see it says app lock turned on. Now for example, I had logged this application called AccuBattery. If I tap on it, it will ask for privacy password. And similar way, if you want, you can disable it directly from here. Just enter the password, and then if I open the application, you can see it opens up without any kind of pin. So these are the only two changes what they have done, guys. There's nothing much to talk about. This latest update, overall the performance seems to be improved. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, how is your experience after updating your OnePlus Nord 6. And OxygenOS 16.1 is also coming very soon. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.